how to implement the PPP and to take out the exchange rate. Bilateral transactions of honoring each other's currency is called a process to impose to PPP to go away to exchange rate to go away and PPP to come into picture. India is doing it 47 countries right now. Indians exchanging, these countries are exchanging in bilateral currency exchange. And these are the government policies which has come out, and 47 country stands out as the least right at this moment. This is one way. Yes, if you look at, then you are imposing PPP on the Western world to take out this. Yes, we are imposing because with this kind of transaction system. Second is to talk about the fraternization and provocation and confronting the world. The world was not confronted to discover India by Vasco da Gama and Columbus? Is the history silent? And if you look into the colonial history, China was opiated with opium to give the productivity in agriculture field to the British Empire. Wasn't the British, French Empire and the Dutch Empire was built onto these kind of colonies? Didn't they confront? They had wars and aggressions. A company having its own flag, own court, having its own army, having its punishing power is a company. Dissolved after 1857, I am talking about East India Company. Isn't it something they confronted with the Indian culture and system and etc.? With the power of the guns and the gunpowder, right? To talk about, yes, many a parts, if we want to go for a change of fraternization and unitarily look at a global village concept, all the time we are confronted by the Western philosophy. We are always confronted with the Western philosophy. Many a times they have challenged us. They come out as a statistical figure and impose onto us. I'm talking about the 119 countries of the world are imposed trade barriers, embargoes, restrictions, price restrictions, etc. Then talking about a patent. Pharmaceutical products patent, can you imagine the today the tragic thing of the world is consuming $9 trillion of food, but $14 trillion of pharmaceutical products. This is the figure I have. So this way, if you talk about a fraternization, collaboration among the countries, BRICS is a drive in this. Many other drives are there. Many other regional such organizations are there. Not only that, the European organizations are getting attached to it. Even the Southern America is getting attached to it. So like this, if you look at when you go for a drive, the drive for a change, for the betterment, you are going to hamper someone's interest. When you talk about together to do, of course there will be people to talk against this. So confrontation comes, but confrontation in the trade context, not in the war context. Today, can you predict that there will be a third world war? If you ask me honestly, for another 100 years, there cannot be a third world war. No one can afford a war anymore. Small, minor, mini wars will continue. Those wars between the countries will continue. The world is not joining them. Russia-Ukraine war, Israel war. If you look at any other such wars at places are happening, others are not interfering and getting into. Confrontation is subject to happen when you talk about a change or a collaboration globally. Because we would like to see India in the Security Council, not yet a member. We will like to see that India and China together do the trading along with their countries and partner countries with whom they are linked by fraternization. No one will like that. Many countries will not like that. So confrontation is an obvious factor which will come. It will be resolved. It will be resolved. Today the world stands at that position to resolve any issue. It will not aggravate further in the future. To talk about this kind of a concept in a very short time, for which I am working for 30 years, honestly speaking, learning the languages for 12 years and etc. to find out the evidences. So obviously I have to be very fast to talk about this number of slides. Provocative, yes. I accept it is provocative in a way, and in a way also I'm depicting the past and how it will come in a cyclic phase as a renaissance, revival of the past glory. So this is what is a demand of the society, global village, and this is what is going to come back. Thank you, sir.